Okay, and welcome to Up All Night to Get Loki. We are starting early or late. I don't know. Time has no meaning. The TVA is going to be after us. I am Candace from the Geeky Waffle. With me is wait, no, she's this way now.
Over here. I'm Arzu, also from the Geeky Waffle and arzud2.com.
Hi, I'm Norhal from Twitter.
And I'm Maggie from Your Money Geek and a lot of places on Twitter.
Since I've said random places that we're going to start at 9:30, we thought just like since people are in the waiting room, we might as well just like maybe play a game. And it is F, Marry, Snap, Avengers Edition.
Yes.
Okay. So do you need 3 Avengers or are you guys just going to pick?
Oh, you want
Give
us
us
to
3
pick
Avengers or we're just going to get selfish.
Yeah. It's just going to be Zemo.
Okay, no, he's not an Avenger.
So you need to. But you need to regulate this. You need to regulate this, or it's just going to be the Zemo. Like she's going to grab Zemo, I'm going to grab Loki. It's just going to be everybody in one place. So you need to regulate this.
There we go. Okay, Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk. Basic.
Oh. I'm snapping Hulk.
I'm snapping Iron Man. No, Captain America, not Iron Man.
You're snapping Cap?
Based on what we were saying beforehand about who I think would be better in bed, I have to snap Cap.
Okay.
And then F Iron Man, and I'll marry Hulk.
See, I'm gonna take Captain America for a spin to see if it's true, and then I'm going to marry Iron Man because I want that moolah.
Money.
No, actually, I will marry him. I know he'll have like a killer prenup that will kill me, but then I'll like convince him to actually give his money to charity since he's a warmonger.
No, I think I would F Iron Man and I would marry Steve.
Yeah, and then snap Hulk. Come on, you got to marry Steve. He's like apple pie.
Yeah, but like
all the time.
It's America's ass. Sorry.
I can teach him things.
Okay, but like, I don't know. I feel like there's something to be said for the Hulk. Okay, we're moving on.
Okay,
wait, do you want him as the monster? Like as the Hulk or as Bruce Banner?
I'm thinking like
Professor Hulk. Professor Hulk. I would like to feel tiny for once in my life. So
there we go, Arzu.
We'll do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Thor, Clint Barton, or or Wanda.
Oh,
snap Clint Barton.
Easy.
Yeah, everyone's got
unless we're talking about comic Clint, and then
no, we're talking like, MCU.
Okay, MCU.
Yeah,
no, Clint's gotta go.
He's getting snapped like twice. Like I'll bring him back to life and then do it again.
Yeah,
throw him off the cliff.
Wanda and marry Thor.
It should have been you, Clint, as you throw him off the cliff.
Yeah.
He's the only one who doesn't get snapped. He gets pushed.
He gets pushed and snapped. Well, he's falling from the cliff and then pushed.
Yeah, I'll marry Thor.
That haircut.
I would. Yeah, I would F Thor and marry Wanda.
Yeah, same. And we see Wanda's a great housewife. She's a good wife, you know. She's cooking dinner. She's, taking good care of the kids. She'd be a good partner.
Yes.
Okay, let's see here. Let's do one more. Okay, Falcon. Oh, wait. Who? I'm just trying to get through this list. Okay, Falcon. Okay, Bucky Barnes. Or Black Widow. What?
Can I have Bucky and Black Widow?
No.
Because then I could have.
Oh, this one's hard.
Sorry.
I'm snapping Bucky because I can't do anything with a guy who has the name of my dog.
Oh, right.
Okay, but what happens if you meet a guy? What if you do meet a guy that's perfect for you and his name happens to be Bucky?
No guy who would be perfect for me.
Well, his name is Bucky. It's short for something, so she'll call him
short, maybe.
Okay, what about James? Can you call him James?
James.
I mean, some people do call him James. Okay. Marrying Sam. Because he's like emotionally stable for
would he be okay with marrying you after you just snapped his best friend?
He doesn't need to know.
Starting your relationship with lies.
Oh my god.
Candace,
Candace.
That's not healthy.
I don't know what to do.
This is an intervention. How could you kill Bucky?
Okay. I'm gonna snap
Bucky?
Just snap Black Widow because she's dead already.
Yeah, I would snap Black Widow.
She's grayed out on the Marvel intro.
Yeah, really? Like even now?
She's grayed out. So Nat's grayed out, and Steve's grayed out, and somebody else is grayed out when you watch the opening credits.
Oh.
Yeah, Tony.
Yeah.
I was like, well, that's ominous.
Yeah, just snap her.
I would F
and then
and marry Sam.
Same.
See?
That was easy.
Candace is
Candace is traumatized.
In the chat, who would you? Sam, Natasha?
I know the chat got real quiet.
I know.
Like,
what I want to know from the chat is who would you snap?
Who would you snap?
That's a good question. It's hard. Like, it's easier like to snap the people who are like already dead in the MCU because like they're already dead, technically.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah.
Tyrion goes right. Sam is husband material.
Yes.
He's the
Wait,
one.
Maggie, who would you marry?
I want him to take
I'd
me
marry
to
Bucky. I'd marry Bucky. I'm gonna like sadly have to snap Black Widow. Just because Bucky's not gonna let me kill Sam. So
yeah, I think everyone's like, yeah, Sam is like husband material. He's this
devastating, Candace.
Have him take
It's not my fault. I went to Google and I typed in Avengers characters. And I just went in order. Okay, let's do some bad guys.
One more. Oh, bad guys. Yes.
Okay, bad guys I put in quotes. Okay. Loki, Red Skull, Ultron.
okay, I'm not doing anything with the Nazis.
Yeah, we're snapping the Nazi.
I'm a snapping.
That's not controversial.
If you don't snap the Nazi, I will be
have questions. Gonna marry Loki and F Ultron.
Yeah,
because he sounds like Darth Vader.
Yeah, it might be fun.
I feel like he knows things.
He has all the internet.
I feel like he knows things.
Exactly.
Like
all the AO3 in his head.
Yeah, he has all the fix ready to go. And as
he knows exactly.
During our Waffles After Dark, there are some robot fix on there. Yeah, Tracy's got it.
Tracy's got the right answers going on here.
Yeah.
There you go.
Marry Ultron? Really? I'd marry Loki.
F Loki.
You can marry Ultron and I don't know, do some.
Tiernan's got points. I mean, this is that.
I mean, but okay, but as great as that is, sentient vibrators don't cuddle, and I feel like Loki could be convinced to cuddle.
Oh,
He'd have to be convinced, but I feel like I could do it.
He's a sad boy.
He just needs a hug, right?
Yes.
That's all that.
He really just needs a hug.
Yeah, he'd be like,
no, but he
like touching
likes it. No, but he secretly likes it.
Would you like it, Callie? What you?
He's like he won't like it if you sing Taylor Swift songs to him.
Especially like the getaway car. Getaway car, I think, might like trigger him a little bit.
Yes.
Oh my God.
No, doesn't care.
There we go.
That's why you.
Tiernan's right. Tiernan is right.
Tiernan's correct.
If you like this kind of talk, we get more detailed and more inappropriate on our Patreon.
Yes.
Patreon.com/thegeekywaffle. It was
where we don't censor ourselves.
Yeah, we don't censor. We like this is us censored right now. So yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, the chat is lit. That is something so exciting that Loki, like, I'm happy they kept it because I saw people talking about it the other day and I was scared like they were gonna take out he is gender fluid. But they didn't. I have such low standards of this.
Well, I mean.
Yeah. We've been hurt before.
We take what we can get.
Yes, Patreon here.
Patreon.
Which is so exciting. Okay, we are almost at 9:30.
It's almost time.
One more.
Oh, one more. Okay, I'm just gonna.
Zemo didn't come up at all.
I know. Yes. I'm very disappointed.
Yeah, but like it's so easy.
No, but like, what else is going on around Zemo?
Okay, Zemo, Vision.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bucky. thinking.
Just
I think what would
working in background.
No, Spider-Man's a child.
Yeah, it's a baby.
Okay, Doctor Strange.
I'm
So we're snapping Doctor Strange.
No, wait, let me change it. Sharon Carter.
We're snapping Sharon Carter.
Wow.
I'll be riding the other sentient vibrator and then marrying my beloved.
I'm going to assume this is a parallel dimension and I don't interfere with Maggie's plans because Maggie can fight, but my answer would be the same.
Yeah, this is a variant. This is a time variant.
It's a variant. So I'm not marrying your Zemo. I'm just marrying a Zemo.
Exactly.
TVA is going to come after you. That's what we learned in today's episode.
They can take me fighting.
They're going to just like, they're going to poke you with their little stick, which doesn't sound right. And just like,
they're going to poke you with a stick.
They're going to poke you with a stick like a bad stick.
Threaten me with a good time, TVA.
Yeah, I would do that. Like Nissa.
Vision would be a good husband.
Vision would be a great husband.
Vision, yeah.
He was a good husband.
Oh. See, I want to be a baroness, so.
Oh, you would be the baroness?
Well, yeah, Baron Zemo, right?
Oh, Tyrion. Tyrion's got fighting words. She's
no Tyrion.
This is why I don't talk to Tyrion.
Oh.
Someone shows violence.
Yeah, Sharon could take care of you now because she's got the art.
I feel like Sharon would sell you down the river at the first turn.
Yeah, the MCU Sharon is ready to make.
Can we blame her? She made out with her uncle.
Yeah, she's so traumatized.
She's going through it.
Give her a TV show to work through her trauma.
She clearly needs it.
Thunderbolt.
Speaking of trauma. Yes, speaking of trauma. About TV shows is we get to see our trauma boy, Loki. This is literally an MCU dream, like for an MCU fan, because I don't know anyone who doesn't like Loki.
I know a few.
Okay, well, you don't know the right people, Maggie. They're stupid. They're stupid heads.
Tumblr.
Yeah.
Tumblr.
There's always some on Tumblr who are negative. But like Loki stole the show every time he was on screen. Tom Hiddleston, everything. And I will admit, I was a little apprehensive because sometimes like when you put those side characters on Solo and then you give them like a main starring role, sometimes it doesn't work very well.
Controversy.
Han Solo wasn't the most interesting thing about Solo. I liked other parts of it. Han was the most boring part for me, just to be honest. Okay.
Wow, this is like a revelatory podcast about Loki.
But like
controversy.
It's not that controversial. I'm not saying I like Solo. So, you know.
No, that's true.
That's true.
But yeah.
But I think, he's not the most interesting thing of the movie.
But the thing is, like, to go with that analogy, Han Solo works well as an ensemble, right? But Loki is not an ensemble player. Loki stands out whenever he's on screen. So I think that's
Loki
the difference.
Is a god.
He quite literally.
He's a prince. He is a god.
He is burdened with a glorious purpose.
Can I say how much I love this moment that this boy lands in the middle of the Gobi Desert, can't breathe, doesn't know what's going on, and within 10 seconds he's found a rock to stand on and some people to try to subjugate. It took him 10 seconds.
He's like subjugating, he goes from being
with one family, but he's like, we're doing this.
He was 10 seconds to say kneel. Like,
yeah, he was like, this is my kingdom now.
And they're like, we don't speak English. All the light touches is his. Because he's on he's on his own little pride rock because he's prideful.
They already have so many little like Lion King references there.
I know. So yeah, we get to see part of Endgame. We see the version. Well, it's actually like Avengers with the Endgame from 2012. And Loki picks up the Tesseract and he's like, peace, y'all.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Candace, we're in sync tonight.
I know.
Oh.
We're just like, he's gone. And yeah, he goes to the Gobi Desert. He's like, oh, look, there's 5 people I can subjugate. I'm going to go subjugate them now. But he gets stopped by the TVA and he is found like out that maybe being a god isn't that powerful.
him
Yes.
at court trying to get his powers to work, and he's just like awkwardly like, I was like, Tom,
Flailing.
Yeah, this weird like
I was like, stop.
it's like I think this is like a ballet warm up I did back in the day.
But it shows
Opening
how
up the
silly their
pelvis.
magic
Yes.
looks without the special effects.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yes.
he's just like,
And he
Okay,
looks so
speaking of
disappointed.
without, I was asked for this screen cap.
Oh,
You
Thank
suggested it.
insert
Look at
Okay.
this man.
he worked hard.
Yes.
He
He
did.
worked hard and it needs to be appreciated.
Yes.
That's
It is very
fair.
appreciated.
And he looks good in this. In
Yeah.
these like the variant. Like jail.
What if
clothes.
I was a robot and I didn't know?
Silent.
Oh my god, I love that. I love how he was like he was pointing at the thing. He's like very physical. And it's just like even without words, he's very expressive.
Oh yeah, Tom's so good at bringing Loki to life and like the littlest little like eye rolls and like side eyes and like the physicality. Well, it's his training. It's
But we lost Arzu. She has tech issues. It's Loki.
Oh, it's
Oh, no, wait, I
Loki.
think- Was
There
it
you go.
Loki, Arzu? Oh no, she's frozen.
she's frozen.
Okay, I'm gonna remove. Oh wait.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah,
back? Okay,
I think
cool.
so.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's Loki. Yeah, we see it.
It's Loki.
The weather's been a little bit so the internet's a little bit so just had to reset everything. So we'll see.
I know.
Yeah, Tom is he's going all out. He's always had some great lines.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
But
that-
go
and
ahead.
it's incredible, like how he he auditioned for Thor, and he was.
I can't picture that
Perfect.
at all.
No, he is so perfect for this part. Like
perfect for Loki.
he really gets to play up his comedy and then like, the tragedy and the drama. Like he I can't imagine anybody else doing this part, and I can't imagine him playing anything else in the MCU.
Yeah, it's just like Bucky and Sam, like they like stole some of the scenes they were in. Like you notice them when they're there, and you're like, I want more. Just like Wanda and Vision, you want more, and of course, everybody wanted more Loki, even though like he was the main villain for the Avengers. And yeah, I would think the Dark Elf from the second Thor movie would be mad at him for stealing all
I know.
his spotlight.
I just have to say that Diana makes a really good point. The Loki fan fiction. Nailed it.
There is a few Tom movies where he is naked. So
Yes.
we knew. We knew. I'm
We
not gonna-
knew.
I'll make a list later.
Thanks, Candace.
Thank you
I watched it for the plot.
for the
The plot.
plot.
For the plot. Wait.
So good.
Okay, I can't even wink properly.
I've watched a lot of things for the plot
Plot,
recently.
yeah. Okay, so we get the cutest little cartoon with Miss Minute, played by
Yes,
Tara
Miss
Strong,
Oh, I love Tara
legendary
so
voice
much.
actress.
That's awesome.
And
Can I say
okay,
this cartoon reminded me of the Flintstones
yeah, it
and the
reminds,
Jetsons?
yeah, it
Yeah,
reminds me of
Same
like
vibe.
kind of
Yeah.
like the carousel of progress, like the old timey, like it's a future kind of thing. They have a lot of
Oh,
that like,
yeah.
in Tomorrowland Disney.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like a
Kind of.
60s idea of what the future is going to be.
Yeah. Okay, so there is so much exposition in this like 2-3 minute
So
cartoon.
much.
But
I
it's a
know.
smart way of getting it all out. It's also like this whole first episode is like, hey, MCU fans, you probably have only seen these movies once. You only saw Avengers once 9 years ago in the movie theaters. Here's a refresher without making you watch 10 minutes of previously on the MCU kind of thing.
Yeah. Keeping up with the Maleficents.
Yes. And okay, we find out so much stuff about the timeline. Apparently, there is only one in the MCU.
The
It's a
sacred timeline.
The sacred timeline.
sacred.
And
The sacred
yes,
text.
vindication for everybody who thought Steve stayed in his timeline and was with this timeline's Peggy. So
Oh my god.
I
But
like-
do we
I'm
trust the
happy-
TVA? Could they be lying?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I feel like
They
they
are
take this
sus.
sacred timeline very seriously. Maybe Steve was always supposed to go back.
yes,
Maybe
because
it's
that's
like an
the whole
I'm my
thing
own
they
grandpa
said.
situation.
Well, that's the whole thing they say is like Loki's like the Avengers mess with time. Like I could smell Tony's cologne, you know.
But they were like that was supposed to happen, so maybe Steve going back was supposed to happen too, and Sharon making out with her uncle was supposed to happen too.
Again, I'll say the Avengers get away with everything.
The Avengers have good intentions.
Well, yeah,
we're gonna become an anti-Avengers like person, not like anti-Avengers, but anti-the Avengers.
Maggie, you've been one for a while. Since Zemo.
Since Zemo, yeah.
You're joining Thunderbolt Raw soon. Like, let's take them down.
Ready to take him down. I mean, we're already like down 3.
Yeah, I feel like it makes it worse that he's in his own timeline. Because could you imagine living through everything he did? Because we know he has that notebook where he got updated on all of history, like for the 90 years, 80 years, he was like
gone
under. Yeah.
Yes, doesn't make sense.
Right.
So imagining knowing all the terrible things. What?
But the thing is, it's hard for him. But it's not like implausible that he didn't do anything because the TVA doesn't let him do anything.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Speaking of people and timelines and confusion, the whole Coulson thing was interesting. Seeing Coulson again because for some reason Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is still not like fully in the MCU, but Peggy Carter is canon. But MCU,
but at some point, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at some point was canon because it was operating in tandem with the movies.
And then somebody pointed out today, I think it was on TikTok, that it works. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Peggy, and Steve going back in time works year-wise, even with the Sousa thing, because the point that Steve goes back to is after the point that Sousa gets pulled to the future.
Yeah, it works. Y'all, it works.
I know, but it works, but at the same time, it's like,
wait, was that Sousa in Avengers as a cop?
But it's same actor, but it's a different character.
Okay, because I thought they made it canon that
that was a
character or something.
Yeah, different character.
No.
But it doesn't erase the family, because the picture that's shown of her family, there's no husband.
Steve was always the husband.
Steve was always the husband.
And
Steve saved her husband. He's the husband. He went forward in time and he got himself back.
Because there's no husband in the picture.
He saved his husband, right? Peggy knows what he's doing. He's talking around it.
He says
she doesn't seem surprised to see him. She seems surprised that he's so young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she's having her, when she's in the retirement center, she's like, Steve, you're so young, not like, oh my God, you're back.
Right. Yeah. It's that's the thing is there was never another husband. Steve was always the husband, which just makes Sharon's thing worse. But that's the only thing that is made worse by this.
Yeah. That thing, if Sharon didn't have that interaction with Steve, it would have been, I feel like it would have been okay.
And I really hope they don't use that when they continue Sharon's story. I hope they're not and then she decided to become evil because she kissed her great uncle.
No.
I hope that's not her villain origin story, which it would be my villain origin story, but
her origin story being a white man. No, I don't like that. Probably bigger than that. Okay, even though that is traumatizing, we will admit to it. Okay, so something else.
White men.
Yeah.
White men.
Speaking of white men. Okay. Speaking of white, let's talk about the ancient one. Okay. I'm still bitter about that casting, y'all. Okay. I love the MCU, but sometimes it ticks me the heck off. So it also made me think of the Ancient One's talk with a Hulk in Endgame, citing that she couldn't give him the stone, the time stone, because it would make her timeline splinter off. So does she know the TVA exists, or does she doesn't want to piss them off, or
I feel like she knows.
Maybe she knows, but she didn't want.
I'm surprised that Loki, being a god, wasn't aware of it. Like, that wasn't in your god training, that there is a sacred organization that keeps the timeline together.
Yeah, he didn't know who his father was.
That's true.
Yeah.
He didn't.
He wasn't told much. He wasn't told he was a frost giant for the longest time.
Aww.
This is true.
Poor Loki.
Mama's boy.
But he never heard about it anywhere?
I guess not. I guess you only hear about it when you're in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah.
And those people who get in trouble don't remember it, or they don't exist anymore.
Wasn't there a line in there like, I haven't heard of you, you weren't supposed to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
so maybe
yeah,
the white lady doesn't know about it, but is aware of the concept of fracturing time.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, people are saying this looks like Peggy Carter.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Could just be a lady in 40s dress.
Yeah. Or Peggy was late for work one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe she couldn't explain the TVA to the Hulk.
Yeah.
Maybe she couldn't explain the sacred timeline because it's
the Time Lords wouldn't let her.
I mean,
yes, because they're Time Lords. The Timekeepers are just Time Lords. Timekeeper is also a ride that shut down in the 90s at Disney.
And let's be kind with Hulk, because it was not his area of expertise. Remember that he was time travel when he passed time through Ant-Man instead of the opposite. So maybe it was just like, oh, this is the basics. You cannot mess with the stones, and that's it. But
it's just so insane that they're like, oh, remove one stone and the flow splits and all these stones. And then we see later on just like a drawer full of stones.
Because these are all the ones that fell out of time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why. He took one, right? Like, he definitely took a time stone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He did like a little, like...
He like, still has it.
Like, close-up magic.
And plus the Tesseract thing, too. But like,
he's got the Tesseract, yeah. But, like he definitely picked up a time stone, and I don't think he put it back.
Okay, and this is something... Thank you! Yes, it was Robin Williams as the Timekeeper. Thank you. He's a robot.
On Doctor Who?
No, in Disney.
No, Disney.
Magic Kingdom.
Oh.
Okay. He took the green one. The green one is the
time stone.
Time stone.
It's what Doctor Strange has.
Okay, so remember how like after like Endgame and Infinity War, people were like, how are they gonna go above like Thanos and his time stone and his Infinity Stones? These are like the greatest powers in the universe. And now I'm like watching and I'm like, so like he's at a place now where like they don't work anymore. So that's what you do with your phase 4.
Phase 4 is weird.
I know. They were joking. All the memes were that the TVA and the Eternals were like, yeah, whatever, in the middle of the Infinity War and Endgame. But yeah, it's work.
Okay, it's time to do the theory time. I don't even want to do it anymore. Okay, so like Owen Wilson's Mobius character finds out that a bunch of people are being killed off. Like, what are they called again? They're called
Minutemen.
Minutemen, yeah.
Yeah.
And so he goes to like 1500 France, and there's a boy, and he's like, "Who did this?" He points.
Mephisto.
Exactly. That's why I don't want to talk about it.
It was Agatha all along. No.
But the thing is, the horns look like Loki's helmet too.
Yes.
That's very true.
Yeah.
So if he's not seeing a face and all he saw were the horns, maybe he thinks it's the same thing.
Also, like, it could be the personification of the devil, like somebody doing evil things.
Yeah.
Devil,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Trister. Also, now that you mentioned the name of the agent, Mobius is just a nod on Endgame when Tony Stark is the Mobius strip when he's finding out if time travel works. That's the name of he mentions that.
That's right.
Ooh. Norhal coming out with the deep knowledge.
Norhal swinging in with some science.
Yeah. Also, okay, so the boy's chewing something, and it's kabooey gum. Where's my info? Okay, and if you look at it, this isn't a good photo of it, but the face on it looks like Nightmare, which I thought Evan Peters was playing Nightmare, so I don't even want to suggest anyone is Nightmare anymore, because I am ashamed.
I'm still mad about it.
Yeah, we don't have... So they also say, Loki says, this is the nightmare. And Mobius replies, that's another department. So maybe that is even a hint. Okay. Are you guys ready? We're going theories now.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So there's a sacred timeline, right? There's a sacred timeline. What is a Doctor Strange movie called?
Multiverse of
Madness. And if you listened closely to Miss Minute, she says it causes multiverses and madness.
And wars and battles and like, you know, what are the rumors about Spider-Man? Like they're gonna be some multiverse. Oh, okay. Also, we know from WandaVision that Wanda is a Nexus being, and Loki is a Nexus event. What does it mean? Or do they just like the word Nexus?
Multiverse of madness.
It all means multiverse.
All mean multiverse of madness.
I literally feel like Charlie Day and Sunny, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, getting my like bored out and just being like, it's all connected.
Yeah, it's all connected.
I thought it was interesting because at the end we see this cape figure killing Minutemen, right? With fire.
Yes.
We don't see his face, even though just seconds before, a Mobius, I'm going to keep calling him almost, and I need to stop doing that. Mobius says the person killing everyone is Loki.
Oh.
Right.
So why not show his face if it is Loki?
Because he's a dramatic boy.
I think there's got to be a reason why they're not showing his face.
I'm so afraid to say there's got to be a reason because
yeah, I'm like so not theorizing heavily on that.
They couldn't get Tom on the day.
I was like, yep, that's Loki. They told me it's Loki. I'm going to believe it's Loki until I'm told otherwise. It is not a nightmare. It is not.
Another thing that was interesting is that when you all remember that Loki went through that if you're a robot thing, and they said, oh, that's your aura. And when they went to France, they said, oh, check for aura. And now nothing is going to show up. They're like, that's kind of like, he's saying that the variant who's going on this killing is Loki. So that's kind of weird that thing is not showing. But I don't know.
Can I just say that this episode gave us the perfect reaction image for all of our theorizing? Like,
yes.
Can I just say?
We're the clowns.
I feel like that's going to be
We're the clowns.
We're the clowns.
I was the clown in the DMs today going, oh my God, what about this? What about Steve? What about Wanda? What does it mean? Just like losing my mind. Okay, yeah. It's another universe Loki, like Diana's saying.
Yeah.
So, like, there is issues with the timeline because we know the timeline has to get effed up for us to get multiverse of madness.
Yeah.
And
since we're here, I'm just gonna say, because the next time we're gonna see all of you to talk Loki, it's gonna be the finale. If he dies in the finale,
no,
this is gonna be a bummer of a show. One fear.
Okay, I was talking
me up off the floor.
I was talking to Arzi about this earlier today, and I was like, I love Loki. I have loved Loki since the first Thor movie, 2010. So I've loved him for 11 years. I'm okay with him being dead at the end of this. Because...
How do I mute her?
Hey. Because he is already dead, technically. And also, it's flipping comic books. People come back all the freaking time.
Right. So stop killing him. My emotions.
Here's... Arzu and I talked about this earlier today. That is my one fear. That they're going to... And it felt that way with the way that they were setting things up. That they're... This makes me sad thinking about it. That he's going to be like one of those... Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He's going to see like all of the mistakes that he's made and like all of the bad choices he's made, and like he's going to choose to do the right thing, even though like he's aware of the fact that he dies. Like he is now consciously aware of the fact that he gets his neck snapped, and that even if he returns to his time, he's still going to die. If he does something wrong with the TVA, they're going to kill him anyways. And
but
like,
I don't think the TVA is going to continue. The TVA is going to be destroyed by the end of this, and that's how we're going to get all the multiverse.
Exactly. But
that's he's going to make the conscious choice to go back to his timeline
to die.
See it through.
Okay, but Loki already did that at the end of Ragnarok, realizing his mistakes and realizing Thor is his brother.
Yeah, but
that was his first thing. He was rectifying his relationship with his brother, but he hasn't rectified his relationship with himself yet.
Yeah. Okay, but like we already saw him he got pretty far, I feel, as far as Loki could without like some major therapy, which almost is kind of giving him therapy in a way, but I'm really sus about why he's asking all these questions. But yeah, like him willing to die, not just for his brother, but for Asgardian people, or, because Thanos is the one who told him, I believe, to go to Earth, who gave him the Tesseract to begin with.
I just have a problem with emotionally damaged people dying for the good of the universe and not living to see the good they've done. I just have an issue with that.
Wanda's alive still.
Wanda's alive, and honestly, wasn't sure that was going to be a guarantee.
Yeah,
still not 100%.
Still not a guarantee. Honestly,
okay.
They killed her brother. They could kill her next.
They'll kill her. They'll kill everybody.
But there's like a really great comic.
Everyone I love.
I forget what it's called, but it's like Doctor Strange, Loki, and like
and Scarlet
Witch. I want this so badly for Doctor Strange.
That's my wishful thinking. That's my wishful thinking, that they leave this kind of open. On the TVA is gone, and they hint at Kang the Conqueror, and then they go Loki Multiverse of Madness.
Exactly, Tracy. Like, how many times has this guy died? He started dying in the first Thor movie. He yeeted himself off the Rainbow Bridge.
Live, not die.
And I think Thor mentioned that in Infinity War. He told the sweet raccoon, said he's been dying several times.
Yeah, he's done it a bunch. He might come back. Yeah, Tracy said maybe it's Lady Loki who's doing all the murdering.
Oh,
I could get behind that.
I'm ready for some Lady Loki.
That would be.
Yep, and mirrors, right? No one stays dead in Marvel Universe except for Uncle Ben. Sorry, Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben.
Poor Uncle Ben.
With great powers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Loki's DB Cooper. The mystery solved. Because ever since I heard about this as a teenager, I'm like, who was it?
Can I just say, like,
today,
how excited I was about this? So, like,
I bet everyone knew it.
So, like, I'm a huge true crime person. Like, that's my other side of my personality. As soon as he appeared on the screen, I paused the thing. I was like, oh my God, he's DB Cooper. And my mom was like, who? I was like, he's DB Cooper. And she was like, press play and continue showing this episode. And then it's like, Mr. Cooper. And I was like, DB Cooper.
Yeah, like even in the trailer, seeing him, like
he looks like DB Cooper.
Yeah, and he had like the backpack with the
sunglasses.
Yeah, so like even in the trailer, I was like, are they gonna make him like DB Cooper? Like he has to. I thought it wasn't gonna be a flashback. I thought it was gonna
mystery he had to solve.
Yeah, I thought it was like, oh, DB Cooper couldn't do it. You have to keep the history. You have to be him instead, or something like that. But no, that was because he lost a bet with Thor, and Heimdall is just like going along,
enabling this.
Yes,
I'm so here for this.
It's just like, yeah, I love that. That's like he lost a bet. That's what he had to do.
That was good.
Tyrion.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, yes.
Yeah, so good.
Yep, it followed the original event exactly. Like the air stewardess, because they're stewardess at the times, were like, he was charming. And I'm like, yep, that man is charming. But yeah, now we know. Isn't that great? Owen Wilson talking French. Didn't know I needed to hear that in my life, but I did.
Here was my issue.
Oh, yes, please tell me.
They're in 1584 France. 1584 French does not sound a thing like contemporary French. That kid shouldn't have understood a word out of his mouth. It's like me going back to like 1300s England. They're not going to understand a word I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
He was speaking some English during it too, and I was just like,
well, that's
that's just movies.
That's just movies. But he's sitting there with his like high school French. I'm going, this kid speaks Middle French, which is not
Middle age of French. Yeah.
So that's my language nerd tangent. I'm done.
Okay. Oh, something else we find out is that the timekeepers created everyone who works for the TVA. So they weren't like born and recruited or like interviewed for the job.
He doesn't know what a fish is.
Yeah, they were literally kind of reminded me of The Good Place.
Oh, the what?
Of The Good Place.
Fish and gut you. Yeah. That's what I compared it to. In my review this morning, I compared it to Doctor Who meets The Good Place.
Yeah, I haven't read yours yet, but I will. But yeah, this is. I'm sorry. I read Arzu's and then I got distracted, and then I had to watch freaking Ewoks.
Always the freaking Ewoks.
Wow.
Ewoks scare me.
Be prepared, y'all, while we're on the subject, for a mini series on Space Waffles all about Ewoks. 3
I'm gonna go play
Ewok episodes.
Battlefront 2, and I'm gonna kill a bunch of Ewoks.
Wow.
They always kill me.
I'm so bad at that one because it's so dark. I can't ever see them.
I'm like, I can't see on a good day.
It's fun being the Ewok, though, because then you get to go around.
But you don't get to be an Ewok nearly long enough.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Nope.
I can never find anyone indoor. I'm so bad at video games.
I hate the indoor level so much. I have to start playing Dragon Age again.
We are off topic.
Not really.
Star Wars. Well, everything's owned by Disney. Everything's owned by Disney now.
6 weeks of Ewoks.
Yeah, it works.
Technically 3, but you know.
Yeah. Okay, so
Candace chose violence.
Always choose violence.
Always.
Do you not hear the Space Waffles at the beginning? Not the Space Waffles, the Waffles After Dark.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Candace is choosing violence regularly.
So our main your all's main worry is Loki is probably gonna die.
No.
I'll lose it. I will lose it.
Arzu and I will be in full black and mourning.
With little veils.
With a veil.
My entire life is a dark room.
Yeah. Okay. Any hopes? I hope we see. Oh gosh, I always forget how to pronounce her name.
Gugu?
Yes.
Mabawa. I'm gonna slaughter it. I can't say it.
Her.
Rabona, isn't
I always remember her like as Rose and also
Belle.
The Belle. Yeah.
I love that movie.
But yeah, she is excellent. Hope to see
Rabona,
more.
Renslayer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that we can see a glimpse of Kang, the Conqueror.
I want to see Thor.
Yes.
Thor.
Do you think we're going to see any Marvel characters, like big name Marvel characters from the movies?
Thor.
Aside from Thor.
I don't know. I don't know if they should. Like, I feel like we saw most of what was in the trailer in this one episode.
There's some fight scenes that weren't there.
I just had an idea.
Oh yeah, Loki for president.
Loki for president.
What's your idea, Maggie?
Darcy.
If
Darcy would be amazing.
If the evil fugitive is Lady Loki, and that's why they were in the cloak.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, Tracy was saying. Like, it could be Lady Loki instead.
Yeah,
because it's still Loki.
Exactly,
yes, but it's a different version.
It's like fully the idea like fully formulating in my brain.
Yeah. Yeah, so it could be one version of Loki, not like our MCU version of Loki.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's fully forming.
Or maybe
I'm into that plan.
What did you say, Normal?
Maybe the younger version of Loki that end up in the Young Avengers.
We get a Young Avengers Loki. Or it's Mephisto.
No, Candace.
Because obviously we're never going to get Mephisto.
No, because
it's just the biggest tease. Mephisto.
Also, we're never going to get it just because of money. And they want the stuff to air in China. And China
here's the thing. They don't like the devil. And yet they're like making devil jokes. And they've got a devil stained glass window. Like, how strict are they about this?
I know.
I mean, but they did the same thing with Agatha. Like the devil's in the details.
But they didn't have a giant stained glass devil.
But I guess
you could trim that scene out for China.
Yeah, they probably took out the gender fluid thing too for most countries. They just gave it.
You can't really see the gender fluid thing unless
you cannot see it.
Or they probably just like erased it.
Yeah, that column doesn't doesn't exist elsewhere.
Okay, but I'm hooked. I love it.
Yeah.
I want more Thomas Loki.
Yeah, and I love when he's watching his future, and he first see his mother, like he's a mama's boy, like Thor in with Frigga, and then Odin that he says, "You are my sons," and then
I love you, my sons.
And Thor, oh my god, it's like his family loved him.
Yeah,
that was why I instantly thought they're going to kill them. They're going to
because he's already coming to terms with it.
He's already coming to terms with death. They're setting up the idea of him being at peace with his dead parents. And don't mind me, I'm just thinking of my other dark prince.
No.
There's something about young men finding peace and dying with their parents that I find deeply unsettling.
I wonder who you're talking about.
Toxic masculinity.
It was only 45 minutes. They lasted 45 minutes.
We brought this up once already.
And especially when he says, I want to finish what I started. Immediately, like, who said something similar?
Listen.
Another dark boy?
Y'all, we're losing viewers because of this, I think.
I think it's because it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it's probably 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Not because we talked about
because they know we're right.
Okay, no, they're coming back.
So our cinnamon boy.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say about this, except I'm really hyped for what will happen next. I think I will like it no matter what, just because even if the writing sucks or anything like that, even though the writing was great in this episode, so was the direction. Even the plots, it's still Thomas Loki. I would watch him just talking to Owen Wilson for 5 hours. Make that a series, and I would be happy. Yeah.
I am Loki.
I'm glad there was a lot of talking in this. There wasn't as much action as some things, as like Falcon and Winter Soldier's opening was.
I'm glad they got all the exposition out now instead of trying to build it out, because we don't have time for that. Like, just even if it's a little bit much, just tell me everything right now, and then we can enjoy the plot going forward.
Yeah. And it's just 6 episodes, so.
Yeah, I think this will be a nice mini-series. And I'm losing my thread. Anything else?
No, just crossing my fingers that my expectations for Multiverse of Madness come true. I mean,
yeah.
I would lose it, but hopefully.
Let Loki grow his hair out. It looks better when it's long.
Yes.
That's my very constructive thought.
Oh, you mean longer than it is right now?
Like Thor,
like past the shoulders.
Yeah, like Ragnarok,
Yeah. It looks.
Oh, when you see him, he's like, and you hear Thor being like, "I thought we were gonna fight forever by our sides." Then you see him with Thor and Valkyrie.
Yeah.
And you're just like, "That's my Loki. Go to battle."
Yeah.
God, I love Ragnarok so much.
Your savior is that's fantastic.
Oh, God, Loki. Okay, I can't wait. Okay, is that it?
That's it for me.
I think that's everything.
Really?
Even though we'll be back for the finale where we all freak out, but we're gonna try to have weekly short videos. If we have something to talk about. But Arzi will always be having recaps on the geekywaffle.com where she writes her feelings.
All of them.
They're not the most professional, but they come from the heart. So.
Yeah, I think they're professional because you're giving opinions.
Yes,
exactly.
Objective. They're not the most objective, but they come from the heart.
Okay, tell me where people can find y'all.
Okay, so I can be found on Twitter at Arzuamin. I can be found at the Geeky Waffle, like Candace said, and hosting Space Waffles every other Monday. 3 consecutive Ewok episodes. I promise it's going to be a good time.
You're going to see me lose it about this Ewoks cartoon. I'm going to probably have a breakdown by Friday.
It's a 6-week long con where I try to slowly drive Candace crazy.
Crazier.
I'm here for this.
Crazy.
Yes.
It's going to be fun.
Because I'm already crazy.
Popcorn.
I was already trying to piece together the freaking timeline of the MCU, and that did not help.
The Ewoks are just breaking your sanity.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's me.
Yeah. Norhal, where can people find you online?
You guys can find me. You all can find me on Norhal and Twitter. Yeah, just making theories and talking about Marvel, Star Wars, anything else, pop music.
And you can find me on Twitter at Maggie of the Town. I have a link tree in my bio for all of my various pursuits. And I have a new pursuit starting this Sunday.
Yeah,
on a certain network.
That kind of ties into Tom Hiddleston somehow.
Yeah, definitely. Watching Tom Hiddleston, I was like,
inspiration.
Well, you were the inspirations for some of my favorite things.
Yeah, like he is an inspiration, right? Yeah,
he's such an inspiration. One might say he's a getaway car.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to ride that getaway car, but that's
so if you want to see
After Dark,
that's for June 13th, and check us out at thegeekywaffle.com, geeky_Twitter, the Geeky Waffle everywhere else, including our Patreon, patreon.com/thegeekywaffle. I am Candace, is a geek on Twitter because I am a geek. We hope you've enjoyed this first of 2 episodes of Up All Night to Get Loki. Bye.
Bye.